Dear Radiant Craigslist customer, we are not home at the moment. The time orb which you have ordered is directly above you. Fishing line. How original. I think those new regulations hold false promises. They're just trying to pull a fast one on us.
I agree.
Anyways, we're done here. Let's go. Stop! You were about to forget your retainer. How could you make such a mistake? Later tonight, when you go home and realize that you forgot your retainer, you rush back to this restaurant and dig through the garbage for the napkin that you left it in, but you can't find it. Your mom is sympathetic and pays for it herself, but when you lose it again, she forces you to pay the $200. It's a crisis. Sorry, did I not establish that you are me from the past?
It was pretty obvious. It's nice to meet you.
So you'll never, ever forget it again? Irresponsible teenagers. How can you worry about a little thing like retainers when there are larger forces at stake? I have seen the end of Western civilization. Armageddon is not some sugar-coated zombie apocalypse. The supply of oil is thrown out of balance, which dismantles every aspect of our lives. It all started with a simple natural disaster. It was the summer of 2067. To hear the breaking news, people flocked to their televisions. An earthquake had struck the major oil deposit on the Arabian plate, causing hundreds of billions worth of oil barrels to become inaccessible. Immediately, everyone rushed to their local gas station. Some faced huge traffic jams, and others found sold-out signs on the pumps. Aggressive individuals found whatever gas they could get their hands on and hoarded it. This only made the limited supply of oil drop more quickly. Suddenly, fear was struck into the minds of families. They realized that they could no longer afford the rising utility prices. People were unable to drive to work. Companies that relied on resources shipped to them perished due to the lack of a stable transportation system. The public jumped into a state of mass panic. Within a matter of weeks from the initial earthquake, the president was forced to call out the military to re-establish calm and order. Despite the government's efforts, society remained in dismay. A group of 3 leaders arose from the debris and seized the opportunity to take command over the people. At first, they simply directed traffic and regulated oil consumption, but once they gained international trust, they began to hire civilians to build a wall. No one questioned why this wall was being built, for they believed that anything the leaders told them to do would bring them closer to prosperity. When a roof was erected over the wall, the leaders were able to recede into their dome safely. They had enough farmland in there to grow their own food. They could live in the dome forever, sealed off from the rest of humanity. By the time the public realized what they were doing, it was too late. Without their beloved leaders, chaos ensued. Brothers turned against brothers. Civil wars broke out. The existence of mankind was no more. So, buy an electric car. Protest the use of oil. Armageddon is avoidable, but only if people make the right decisions.
Well, electric cars are expensive, and protesting is a lot of work.
Don't be so selfish. It'll be the ruin of us all.
Hey, thanks for warning me about my retainer. Don't mention it.
Care about the environment.
In the future, what kind of a reputation do I have at school?
How can you just sit there when our world is in peril?
Oh, tell it to some senator that can actually make a difference.
Society.